What's up? We're back here. Where are we doing this? Just clicking around. Always just clicking around. But we're here. We're doing it. I started the stream and it was all health dads for a second. I had to change it up.
Oh, I didn't even. I think I did. I think I did too, but I didn't even realize it and didn't even try.
Oh
So we
no.
just we just rocked health dance the other day.
Oh, did you really? Nice. You know what? We're all learning. It's all StreamYard. I love the ability to use all these things. So it's definitely cool.
Yeah,
How are you, man? Good to see you.
good buddy. How are you?
Good. I haven't seen you in a bit now. I forget what was it last. I think the last time I was on was Friday, right? I think it
Yeah,
was Friday, and it feels like it was longer, but I knew that it was challenging for me to get on with some spotty service all around the national park, and then it was a little bit difficult just with like cleaning up campsites, getting campsites ready, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciated that time.
yeah.
It's good. What's happening though?
Ryan, like your name, Ryan. Almost home.
So we decided to make a stop. We decided to make a stop. We weren't going to go all the way back to the girls. We just decided. I feel like the fun thing for kids right now is like find hotels with pools. The kids will love it. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been fun.
I mean, it's an 8 hour drive. That's a tough. That's a tough on anyone, but especially
Yeah,
two little kids.
definitely the kids. Yeah. Hey
So
guys,
it makes sense.
thanks so much. You want to say
You guys
hi?
having a
Say
good
hi to
time out
Dan.
there?
Are you having a good time? Oh, nice. Someone's angry. Oh, well, bagels are not so much of a thing here, but Dunkin' Donuts is a thing up here. But we did stop at a Dunkin' Donuts. The only thing available was
like a peanut butter, a peanut
it was
butter.
butternut squash donuts and pumpkin spice donuts, and the kids were like, "Oh, no!" So
Out of Dunkin' Donuts?
yeah, it was like the only thing available. So
Gosh.
we moved on and we found something else. So that's what
That
happened.
we eventually got our lunch.
And we eventually got the
That's
munchkins. I went this morning. I got munchkins for the kiddos. I did my walk this morning. It's amazing over here. Maine. My eyebrow? What's wrong with my eyebrow? I have purple eyebrow? I don't know. Um, but no, we're over here in Maine. We were like northern Maine. Look at all these. Look, dude. Do you see? There's like these Corvettes all around. Do you see?
oh,
There's like 7 Corvettes in this parking lot. I don't really understand what's happening right now. But they're all like they're all like older individuals, just like
yeah.
driving Corvettes around. I'm
National
like, what's
Corvette
going on?
Convention of Northern Maine is this
I think
weekend.
that's what's going on. Well, right now we're in southern Maine because we stopped in Algonquin, which is right on the coast. It's like right next to New Hampshire, basically, because New Hampshire has like a little sliver of the state that touches the coast. But it's like really nice over here. I really enjoy it. It's a really good spot. But yeah, it's been fun. So if anyone's been to Algonquin, if anyone's been to southern Maine, I'm here. I'm loving it. So it's really cool. Sonny, don't forget your breakfast. Um, Anyway, so couch. Good morning. We see some Dylan Ray in the chat as well on the couch. I love that. Um, any good takeaways from? You know what? September. Have we gotten away from the reading? Are the kids reading these days? Are your kids reading?
Um, my kids, no. I mean, middle child's been reading a book for a little bit, and I meant to pick it up with her and talk to her about it. But
Yeah.
there was a lot going on this weekend. My wife and my son read before bed, and I'm starting to realize my teenager is is getting her butt handed to her during the week at school.
Oh yeah.
And so after I'm starting to see like how she's already like fitting into like the adult, like she kind of seems like me, like when she gets home and like on the weekends she just wants to like melt into a puddle because she's just so exhausted from like the week of like high school, cheerleading and all of that, social and everything that's going on in her life. And so
Yeah.
I've been trying to give her a little bit more grace. Like I tease her a little bit,
Yeah.
like, hey, when was the last time you got off the couch? And then we all went on a walk, everybody but her. We all went on my wife and son went on the short version of the walk, and then me and Brooklyn went on a much longer walk, like, I don't know, maybe
I
an hour
saw,
and a
I
half.
saw Stone House. It was at Stone House, right?
Yeah, yeah. And so we all did that, and then we get back, and the teen was still sitting on the couch, and my wife goes up to put our son to bed, and she goes, please clean up that now growing pile of food and snacks next to you. And at one point she got up and she grabbed the snacks and went to the started heading to the trash can, and I like yelled like for my wife, and my wife was panicking thinking something was wrong, and I'm like, she got up, she got up. And that kind of like, was the opposite of giving her grace. I was more like in my embarrassing making fun of her phase, so I kind of failed at that. But yeah, I noticed that about her
Okay.
this weekend is she's exhausted, man. Life is
Got it. I hear
hard as a teen. So
Well, if we were to stay with the theme of Daily Dads in September and talking about like reading and kind of teaching them to read, do you feel like you're at a moment of trying to make sure that you are, for some reason, moderation is in my mind, and I don't like the word moderation or balance, but teaching how to include reading for school and for pleasure, kind of bringing those two things and giving some sort of structure to making sure that reading is part of a lifestyle without burning yourself out. Is there something there that you've been able to do?
no,
And
not
I'm
quite
thinking for
yet.
myself right now as I ask that. So I'm just trying
Yeah,
to form another answer.
not quite yet, but I've inched towards it. Like, it's hard because I do my reading real early in the morning when most of them aren't awake. So like that whole theme of like read while they're so they can see you, so you can like lead by example. That part's tough for me because
Yeah.
I get it done, and then I know why I get it done early is because it's just the only time I can get it done. Like if I don't wake up early on those days when I sleep in, I don't
Yeah.
do it. Like I struggle to find the time during the busy, Saturday or Sunday to sit and quietly read. So no. But what's your
Okay.
answer?
I mean, I don't have the two kids that are maybe overwhelmed with certain things. I have a kid that doesn't really like to read, and a kid that's just not reading just because of her age. But I think that it is, especially on this trip, I've been trying to put some time aside to kind of read even a few pages just for pleasure, because I know that it's something that, like, for two reasons. One, it's almost like the form of meditation, being still, that's been able to help me. Like, I was able to read, and then it kind of like helped me go to sleep and take a nap in the middle of the day. That really helped me get my head back together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was like a really helpful thing to kind of show the kids. And I think the other thing is, just them continuing to see that, so that they definitely feel as if, they can do it for themselves, and, not associate reading with like a necessity for school or a need to learn or anything like that. It's, I've been really trying to put the book in my hand more often than like the phone. It's hard though. It's hard, especially when I think like running a business and all those things is really on the phone there. So I think teaching them to read, I'm in the moment here of working on myself as much as I can, where I think someone else could be like putting the right books in their kids' hands, and they aren't putting any books in their kids' hands. So that's my thought is, I'm still in a moment of trying to work it. And now I know Blaze is like a voracious reader. So he might be in the moment of like trying to find the right books. Like, I feel like there's like stages to this. I feel like I'm still at the bottom with myself, where Blaze has kind of taught himself that. So like he's here now with his books and his reading and all that too. So I think it's a good kind of evolution to keep talking about. And like, I'm getting that motivation from Blaze, and he's mentioned that his wife Heather is also a really good reader. And you know, for some reason in my mind, these younger kids that have picked up something like Harry Potter and have started reading those, I'm like, that's like an amazing uh, uh, for some reason I'm like, okay, if that kid's reading Harry Potter, that to me is like that next level that they really got to, because it's like a bigger book. So anyways, those are my thoughts. I don't know if they're all together, but still kind of pushing reading, but definitely, on the side of I have to work on myself with my reading before I start to dictate how my kids are going to need to start reading. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this month.
Yeah, I mean the reading from today is fitting, because I think I've said it before, like I don't think I ever found the right moment until I found it. So, until that coach of mine handed me a book and I was in a certain place in my life where I was looking for something, and I found the something.
Mm-hmm.
Every book I've read since, well, not every book, but like most of the books that I've read since, because I'm normally in the books of self-help and philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them has just been like eye-opening. Like there's just been something in it that's been like a click and been like, oh yeah, like where was that? I could have really used that here. Or, dang, that's something I really need to remember. Almost to
Mm-hmm.
the point of too much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then like what gets me into like a little area of like, oh, like I'm there's so much I don't know and so much I haven't learned, and I should have been reading this whole time. I need to go tell my kids. And then it's like to sit there and talk philosophy and parenting to kids is never. I don't recommend it to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's the reading's about, basically it's about the right moment. So for me, that was the right moment. I don't think I would have ever been ready for it earlier. I would have wished that I would have hoped that I would have been ready for it earlier. I hope that my kids find it earlier. And again, I'm trying, and baby steps, micro steps here and there to like get them to see. And I think they are a little bit. They're just
Hey,
not
Dee,
quite there yet.
yeah. Uh, it makes me think too. There's so many stories here of kind of like forcing forcing the reading. Sometimes it's almost like I'm trying to get them. I'm putting it in front of them. I want to do more. And I feel like we maybe not force you, but we definitely set
Mommy
time.
does, but you don't.
Oh, okay, got it. So guess we do. Half the family does. But like at what point do we have to get creative and make sure that we're not continuing to force them? Like, is there a better solution to this? My solution, I think, is storytelling. So making sure that we're really talking about how, like, what are we actually getting from the reading instead? Like, we just learned about Abraham Lincoln over here, whatever. Like, what's the story of Abraham Lincoln? Like, what's the story that we can tell? What's the story? What's like the story we can share, instead of just kind of getting like historical facts about it all. So, storytelling is going to be my way of trying to work around it. So,
Got it, man. Yeah.
anyway, gratitude. We missed gratitude.
Yeah, I asked in the chat. I didn't know if you could see the chat or not, but I think
I
I was
can.
seeing
I
that
got
you
it
can.
here.
Okay.
I
I did.
can. I think if you're not a guest, you can see it. You guys, I think did you guys learn how to start up the whole thing?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay.
Kind of. Yeah, I was playing around.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me a minute to figure out, like, because I have my notifications off. So I think Blaze had texted saying he's backstage, and like,
Oh,
I
is he?
didn't really know.
Oh, another day.
So yeah, it took me a minute to find the backstage and let people up button. But yeah, we had Craig and Blaze up, and Craig had a swarm of bees around him. It's like
Craig, I hope you're okay.
so he wasn't glitchy, Craig. It was perfectly, like, you could hear everything he said, but like every time he spoke, there was a humming coming from like his microphone or his phone.
No.
Um, but it was funny because like he had changed his name to like the Hive Master or something like that. Like previously from like a previously recorded space. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to hang out
Okay.
with Craig yesterday, and yeah, we got it
That's
working.
awesome.
We got it
I
going.
mean, I feel like there's like 25% of the reason we were on StreamYard is because of the Australians and Craig in particular wanting to make sure that they
Hmm.
have the chance to get up without being so glitchy. So I'm glad he got on. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would
Anyways,
say just getting back to gratitude here is I'm gonna say I'm grateful just for kind of seeing parts of this country, especially up here in Maine. It's been really special. So happy to have that opportunity to kind of be moving around and see these great spaces. So that's where I'm at. Um, did you share a gratitude? Did you do that?
no, but mine's very similar to yours. Like going to explore the area behind our house with my daughter was very fun yesterday. We had a
Yeah.
good time. Um, lots of everything going through there. Lots of unprepared adventure was really
Hmm.
cool. Like ran out of water, wasn't wearing the right clothes. Just yeah, it was just whatever. But we had a good time. We got to where we needed to go, and we had an adventure together. So that was my
Man,
gratitude
running out
for
of
the.
water in a desert in an arid spot like that would make me nervous. So I'm glad you
I
guys are
mean, we
okay.
literally like the whole time we could literally see houses. Like, so it's not
Oh
like we
God.
were not far from our neighborhood. Like a quick run and we would be home. So it's not like it was not as bad as anything you'd think it would be. So
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. But that's how people like die. I feel like that's like that. It's like the story someone has, like, but we saw houses the whole time, or like we 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 found them dead, like, and they weren't even that far from civilization. So I'm glad you guys are okay. Anyway, uh, that's good. And you know what? I just want to make sure I'm touched on this right now because I did share this stream. I recently did a live over with Carly, patient Piggy, uh, a few things on health in her Facebook group. And in my mind, I'm always like, Facebook is kind of dead. And I think it kind of proved to me that it wasn't because there were so many people that she has within her community. So I just attached
nice.
this to my Facebook community because a big part of VDads and a big part of my daily dad right now is my daily dads is that we're going through daily meditation with Ryan Holiday's book, The Daily Dad, talking about parenting and VDads in general. It's something where we want to make sure that we are just continuing to build confidence in dads and really all parents, just in terms of health and mindset and connection with themselves, their kids, their family, and all that kind of stuff too. So, welcome to anyone that's over in the Facebook on my Facebook page, I guess, because it's for Food is Fuel NYC. So welcome, welcome, welcome. But any dads, what we would really appreciate, anyone, because I think that we have to do really a good job of sharing this, is, we're not asking for any money whatsoever. We're doing this for free on our own time because we care about getting these messages out. So the one thing that we really would ask for is just for anyone, if any of these lives that we do daily, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and important to say 5:30 a.m. Pacific, because Dom is up early. Please go ahead and share. I mean, we just want to make sure that we get this message out more. If every one of you were to share at least one episode at one point, we'd be able to get this message out to so many more people, and that would just fill our hearts that much more. So anyway, with that message out of the way, touch on the step challenge. How's how's Team Green doing? How's everyone doing with steps?
I mean, I haven't been keeping track. I just know that I'm destroying everybody. I mean, other than Robbie, because that my goal was never to get anywhere near him. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I almost touched him the other day at like 18.5. So it was really weird. But yeah, it's going good, man. Like I said, I'm enjoying the challenge aspect of it. It's pushed me, like, as you know, um, I think that I swear, like the last couple of weeks, my average has been anywhere from like 5 to like, I even saw a week average of 5,000 steps, but to like 8 or 9. So like this new week's average is going to be like 16,000. So
Wow, nice man.
to have
Congratulations.
like an average of that is very uplifting and empowering and impressive for me. basically after this call, I'll go on a walk all weekend
Mm-hmm.
long. I actually went on my walk before the call. This
Mm-hmm.
was like, it's been getting me up earlier, so I've been feeling better, more accomplished early in the morning. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
it's been really good for me.
Oh, incredible, man. I'm so glad. There's definitely, it is gamified. Blaze did a really good job of putting things together. And earning points. I think that's all good. I think the thing is that there's a little bit of an arbitrary goal to reach for, I think, a lot of people in a way, right? Robbie's hitting 22,000 steps in a single day. Some people wanted to make sure they're getting at least 8,000. Other people are trying to get to at least like 13,000, whatever it really is. And so it can feel somewhat arbitrary, but the special thing is that I think everyone is just feeling a little bit of a push to see more or less like what their body is capable of doing and finding just a little bit more of a dedicated moment to get some more steps in there. I love this idea of trying to make sure that you're kind of putting that time aside. And just knowing that, like, if you just have an extra like 24 minutes in your day, like throw it in the middle of your calendar, walk for 24 minutes, you're going to get just a little bit over a mile done anyway. And it's going to be that much more impressive for your overall health and mindset. So just keep doing that. I think it'll be amazing. So
Yeah, like I had
congratulations. I
a
think it's fun.
I had a I had a client meeting last week, and the designer, like I always try to be early to these meetings to like prepare myself or whatever, and
Hmm.
talk to my guys and clear the house if I need to. And I show up 20, 30 minutes early, go through, look at the house, and then I get a text saying like, oh, we're going to be like 15, 20 minutes late. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see how far the beach is. And I just like walked to the beach, like
Yeah.
walked around, like set myself like a goal of
Yeah.
when to be back by, and like just, went on a mile and a half walk.
I think that's like, hey, Dee Dee, out of the, to the pool. So, I think that's like those are the difference makers, because we can either decide to pull our phone out and just look
Mm-hmm.
at social media, or we can decide to go grab another snack. We can decide to do nothing, but to decide that, like, that's the difference maker. How can I move my body? And I think that is amazing, Dom. So you are an example of overall greatness in my mind. I'm trying to show up everyone's gratitude over here. I think it's some
Yeah, I
really
love
great
it.
stuff. Keep hitting on those. So, um, with anything else, I'm just trying to kind of knock off things, right? We got a little bit of a promotion there, make sure everyone kind of knows what we're doing over here with the Facebook group and everything else. And we hit on my daily dad, or the daily dads. Hey, guys, let's go this way, please. I'm managing pool time. Yeah, there's a door right here.
Oh, nice.
I think, yeah, okay. Is there a lock on it? Pull. Okay. Yeah, so things are going well. What are some final thoughts here, Dami?
I'm
Oh, the
excited
doors are
for,
open.
Guys, I want
I
to
don't know,
open the
man. I'm
door.
just excited for everything. Everything's going pretty well. I mean, I'm going into another set of busy weeks, but you know, feeling good.
Yeah.
It's
What is
just
it that?
after a good weekend with the family, like after like a
Yeah.
good solid, like no one's fighting, we're all hanging out. My son got a little sick. I feel a little, you know, soreness in my throat. So
Mm-hmm.
there may be sickness in our future, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like he just had a fever, had a cough, but like all in all, like he was fine. Like he went on the walk a couple of times during the day. He wasn't feeling well, and I was like, dude, let's go get some sunshine. Let's just go stand in the sun, soak in the sun. And so like he and I would
Ooh,
just go out,
nice.
do that, dig some holes in the ground, and we cleaned the pool together. So it's just like that kind of stuff. It was no real plans, but like a really good solid weekend. So gets me feeling nice and alive and refreshed and happy for a week of work.
Oh, that's so great. I feel like you always leave space to make sure that that you are in particular, I think, spending time with the family too. I always see you as just a very stoic, overall patient guy, which I think sometimes you've almost said no to, but at the same time, I think it's something to look up to. And it always reminds me whenever I think of this, and it always connects with me, is that there's always those 9 minutes in the day that I think we can make sure that we're setting aside for our kids, right? The 3 minutes after they get up, 3 minutes after they get home from school or from the day. in the 3 minutes before bedtime. And so I think if, we can take after Dom and how he does make that time for his family, I think so patiently, and whether you think it's not, it's how I see things. Whether you're doing that or not, I think we can all kind of give our kids those 9 minutes just to make sure that we're making them happy and knowing that, or showing them that we're definitely present. So I wish that for everyone.
Yeah, man, totally. I 100%. I mean, when I'm home, I love nothing more than being down at the bottom of the stairs when they all wake up.
Yeah.
That's kind of my
taking after
favorite
you.
part of the day.
Yeah, I feel like that morning is the most special time. I love mornings. Mornings are my favorite time of the day. I feel like I'm up so early. All right, Dom, I got nothing else. I got nothing else. You
got some
made
kids
my
ready
day.
to jump in a pool. So
They are in the pool, guys. You want to give a wave? Nice, thank you so much.
Wait.
Well, it's Dom. Dom is in there. It's kind of dark, but he's there.
Why is it dark?
Well, Dom's in California, so the sun hasn't come up yet. He gets to see a beautiful sunrise after we get off, and then sometimes he
Yep.
shares it with us. So he'll have to do that.
Can't tell if it's gonna be a nice one today or not. It's so dark right now.
I know. Well, you're gonna get it. I had a beautiful sunrise here. I was so happy with it. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna play lifeguard over here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right.
See you guys. See you everybody.
Okay.
From the couch.
Take care, guys. Take care. Bye.